Howdy and good morning, folks. It's Cowboy Roy Rogers in the Rio Grande Valley. Bring some news to you. I'm in this 1996 Freightliner now, and the old gray Peterbilt you saw the hood of sometimes is getting all fixed up, cleaned up, and put up for sale at 2,000 feet. So, but that's besides the point. Some young dude told me I was number one earlier today. I'll get to that later. The issue is narcotics trafficking. Before I turned left to get under that bridge right up the road there earlier, I come off the exit ramp and there's couple of sheriff deputies behind a dark colored F-250, and laying up on the tailgate was roughly a dozen or maybe up to 20 black packages laying there about the size of a quart Ziploc freezer bag with tape on them, all stacked up nice and neat there. I'd estimate the bags were between 1 and 2 pounds each, depending on the weight of the contents. So, if that was marijuana, it may have been a little lighter, I guess, but was it cocaine? Was it crack cocaine? Was it heroin? Was it fentanyl? 2 pounds a piece at a dozen bags minimum, that's only 24 pounds. But if it were fentanyl, that's enough to kill every citizen in the state of Texas and probably several other states. And this stuff keeps crossing our border. It's sent here from predominantly the eastern part of Asia over there, and passed along through the cartels and put into all kind of stuff. It's even been found in pastel colored little tablets added into the packages of the little old Lego toys for our children, so it would look like a little candies. The stuff has been added into pain relievers and so forth and given to kids who mistakenly, unknowingly passed it on to other kids, or maybe did it on purpose. So when you hear about so-called overdoses, no, it's poisonings. These people aren't taking this crap on purpose. They don't know what they're getting. Either they're trying to take other stuff they shouldn't be, and it's laced with the garbage, or they just got a headache or something, or a stomach ache, and they're being given something that is poisonous. So don't let the mainstream misinformation continue to mislead you about what's going on. And when I got here after seeing that nonsense, I caught up on a couple messages from yesterday and the day before, and one was a link I'm going to try to provide you where it's showing that a head lady within a police union is being charged with trafficking narcotics into our country, including opioids and even fentanyl. And please remember that the opioids made from poppy plants were being guarded by U.S. military troops in Afghanistan for 20 years. So if you don't think that people within our own leadership, if you want to call it that, aren't involved, you might be a little bit mistaken. So please stay aware and prepared. Please try to educate others. You know, we've got wide open borders all the way around. I've recently reshared some posts on Facebook from a group I found that's on there. that is part of our U.S. Congress, a subcommittee against the human trafficking and so forth that goes on willy-nilly, freely into our country. And not only because it's open, but of course the same people who opened it up said, here, come on in to the land of the free shit and the home of brazen fools. And lo and behold, guess what? They accepted the invitation, and either it's international terrorists, drug mules, and cartel members who are heavily armed, or it's just a bunch of people out for a free ride with the hands out, being sent to keep our U.S. Border Protection agents busy so the other people can get in here to wreak havoc. And these people are coming from over 100 different countries now, instead of just over 90 different countries, to apparently just do what they please, including the ones that were flown directly from Afghanistan or through Europe first, having to hang out there for a while to wreak havoc. So you might want to speak up to your legislators in the U.S. Congress more and more. You might also want to check our Freedom Restoration Foundation action alerts throughout my community tab and videos, as well as throughout our Facebook and MeWe groups. Might want to join those groups. We're trying to get someone else to join our group of board members in order to help us update our website and remove old information from the 117th Congress that is predominantly unneeded on there now, so we can fit new information for you that's been posted elsewhere. You also need to speak up to your state legislators, and thankfully some of those different U.S. and state legislators are doing things you can support. So just don't tell them when they're doing wrong, but speak up and support them when they're doing something good for you, so that they can not only take good action, but we need to educate them, because when they're constantly being distracted by mainstream misinformation and socialist media, just like a lot of people are, well then they may not be getting the facts in order to take the appropriate actions that need to be done in order to secure our borders, our country, our states, and so on and so forth. And if U.S. Congress isn't going to do it right, keep contact with your state legislators, and if necessary, ask them, do them people in Washington, D.C. truly represent your state? If your state doesn't represent you, and especially if you're just renting, you might want to relocate to someplace that does. But if you support all the nonsense that is destroying this country, please don't come here to Texas, because it's flooding in by thousands of people per day. Maybe 10,000 someday, considering the number that come through individual border crossings here. So, just, stay aware and prepared. Keep your eyes wide open, your head on a swivel. Learn how to be self-sustainable, grow and preserve your own things, and learn how to defend yourself in those things that you put all your work into. That way, maybe when things change, you can pull through. Prime example, the economic system that's collapsing and the monetary systems that are being changed up, and try to push in central bank digital currency. Fire truck, looks like. While a whole bunch of people are telling you, oh no, this is good, that's good, or so-and-so's doing this and that. Don't believe this Jasara Nasara nonsense unless you already seen that it has come to pass and taken care of things like it should have, because we've been hearing this nonsense for 7 years. Just like all this quantum supercomputer anonymous individuals spreading misinformation, that's probabilities and not a drop of it is fact. So when them drops come off of some cue ball, don't expect that it's true. Now, as for the dude trying to tell me I'm number one, would you parents please teach these little tallywhacker kids to have a little respect for the people that are providing for them? I'm just riding along in the left-hand lane, heading southbound through town there, and some smart aleck little turd with his little white t-shirt and his fancy little dark black pants and his little black sweater tied up around his neck catches out of the corner of my eye there and sticks me the number one middle finger up in the air at me like I'm doing something wrong. Little fart knocker needs to be slapped in his head. All them people that cannot realize who it is that provides every damn thing that they use got some serious problems. You see that truck across the highway. You see the one nosing up here to turn left. You see all those parked over there. And the one coming up beside me on the left here in just a moment you'll see, if I don't rush up there, every damn one of them is working for you. So please teach your little snot-nosed kids who's providing you. It's the farmers, it's the ranchers, it's the construction workers, plumbers, pipe layers, every dead-gum body that they are snubbing their nose out and disrespecting. And if they do that to somebody's face, they liable to get their finger broken off someday. Now, I know most of you that listen to this here channel probably think similar to I do, and your kids don't do that crap because you taught them something. Thank you very much. You all have a blessed day. Stand up, speak up peaceably, lawfully for yourselves and the children that are our future. Jehovah God bless you and take care.